A man crosses a river on a raft. He reaches the other shore safe and dry. And then Buddha asked his monks, what should the man do with the raft? Carry it on his back for the rest of his life? Or set it down and walk on? The answer seems obvious. But most of us are still carrying the raft. This teaching comes from the early Buddhist tradition. Buddha offered it as a quiet warning, not about the world outside, but about the path itself, the teaching, the practice, the very wisdom that carried you here. Even this must eventually be released. The raft is useful. The river is real. But the raft was never the destination. Picture the monks gathered around him, some of them years deep into study. They had memorized the teachings. They could recite the path. And Buddha, with something almost like gentleness, told them, do not cling even to the dharma. The moment the teaching becomes a possession, something you grip rather than something you live, it stops being a raft and becomes a weight. This is the quiet danger no one warns you about. You begin seeking. You find something true. And slowly, without noticing, the seeking hardens into certainty. The open hand becomes a fist. You've seen it. A person who once found peace through a practice now uses that practice to judge others. A teaching about letting go, held onto so tightly, it becomes its own kind of cage. The raft was always meant to dissolve into the crossing. 3 things this teaching asks of us. First, hold your beliefs lightly, not weakly, but lightly. Like a lamp, not a weapon. Second, the map is not the territory. Words about stillness are not stillness. Concepts about freedom are not freedom. Third, growth means outgrowing. The version of the teaching that helped you 5 years ago may not be the one you need today. That is not failure. That is the river moving. And in that recognition, something loosens. This week, notice one belief, one practice, one story about yourself that you carry everywhere. Ask honestly, is this still a raft or has it become a burden? You do not need to drop it today. Just notice the weight of it in your hands. If this brought you a moment of stillness, subscribe and walk this path with us. The man who set down the raft did not lose the river. He carried it inside him, in the way only those who have truly crossed ever do.